Welcome to episode 5 of the reading of Michael McCoy's Garden. 2 entries today. The first one marked the 18th of September 1997. I'm going through stages of guilt over the fact that this non-aspiring, completely content space is about to be irreversibly exposed to a whole lot of new garden ideas from around the world, about to lose its innocence. There's something appealing about such suburban gardens as these, made at a time when everyone had to have a few fruit trees and backyards were unself-conscious, totally utilitarian spaces, which consequently achieved a practical unity and a level of self-satisfaction that few gardens do today. Who knows if the result of this experiment will mean a net gain or loss for this place? I console myself with the thought that no adventure is worthy of the name, whose safety and success is assured from the start. 24th of September 1997. Yesterday I went to see how the grass was dying off after spraying a little more than a week ago. For the first time, I happened to have a spade with me. I can't believe that after 3 weeks, I still hadn't so much as put a spade to soil. This was due to, 1, my favourite spade being in the back of the car, which was having a long stay at the garage. 2, my confidence that one can work with pretty much any soil, though the difference in preparation time can be huge. And 3, a putting off of the evil moment before which I could still hope and dream that I had purchased the most delicious, crumbly, fertile bit of dirt imaginable. But for self-protection, I expected the worst. When I removed a deeply driven steel stake from a lawn a fortnight ago, it had made the worst sucking noises as you'd expect from a really heavy, sticky, wet clay, and this after a very dry winter. I confess to having nervous stomach flutters as I headed around the back with my spade to discover what sort of soil I would be working with. I cut a square from the slightly yellowing lawn and slid under it with a spade. Lifting the grass away exposed a moist soil of the most beautiful colour and texture. With little resistance, I could dig to a spade's depth, turning up a rich, dark mix of superb, crumbly structure, full of wormholes. I tried in another spot and found the same thing. Then another and another. 6 different holes turned up the same deep and delicious soil. Only in one raised part near a ditch did I find solid yellow clay, and about half a spade's depth down found the good soil. I'm one of those people who never expect luck to go his way, but this was a huge stroke of it. Good soil is a definite head start, but a poor soil is no excuse for a poor garden. Some of the greatest of English gardens are made on shocking soil. I made the commitment to this garden before I knew anything about the soil and only dreaded heavy clay because of the extra time and money that would be necessary to bring it to a growable state. But it would have been done and done this year. I'm a fanatic about soil preparation. As it is, the larger part of this garden will be double dug to 2 spades depth, that is. You wouldn't believe the difference this makes to the growth of plants. I never can. And it baffles me further when you think that many of the plants that I've seen respond to this treatment are not deep-rooted, probably not even using the lower spit or spade's depth of soil. Perhaps it's the result of improved percolation of water through the soil, the improved water holding capacity of well-composted soil, and the improved aeration. Anyway, the spade's depth will be into heavy yellow clay. That will be no fun at all. Now, I absolutely don't do that sort of soil preparation anymore. I don't see the point, really, of fighting against your natural conditions, and I'd rather work with them. There was a time back then when the standard thing you proved, in a sense, your quality as a gardener by how well you were able to create near-perfect conditions for the plant, and that your horticultural achievement was measured by your husbandry of the soil and the plants that would reach a state of virtual perfection. Whereas now it's very much about accepting what are your conditions and what is the best result you can possibly expect from those conditions. So things have really changed a lot. I've really changed a lot. And it's kind of odd to read about where I was at that time and place, but it's kind of really important, isn't it, to bear witness to the change and the evolution in your own thinking in any field. But join us tomorrow for episode 6, in which I'll be reading about the greed that developed in me once I did have my own garden for every seed and every plant that I could lay my hands on. We'll see you tomorrow.